Well, it does, sweetheart.
Mario, you snooze, you lose.
If you don't have fast forward vision, I'm sorry.
Welcome everybody to a nice Saturday night Royal Rumble chat. Tonight's chat was had a special request, so we had to fulfill. All right, Delaware. Okay, that's all. I sent all the links out. All right, welcome everybody. Good evening, Space. Good evening. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Thank you for asking. Thank you for requesting. Thank you for flashing.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
Are you there, Space? Or
yeah, no,
I've been waiting for you. I said good evening, Space.
I'm good, man, and thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for showing up and requesting that live Saturday night Royal Rumble chat. Jimmy, what's going on, brother?
Hey, it's good to see everybody out there already starting to pile into the Green Dragon Tavern. It's time to party.
Oh shit! We're gonna have a little bit of everything tonight. Little fights, actually a lot of fighting going on. Drinking. Jaywalk, what's up, my brother? Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, everybody.
Well, Space, everyone is going to be asking you questions here. Real quick, I'm going to screen share something. And tonight is going to be a Rumble chat. And we are going to start off with the first Rumble in the Space Bun's backyard. Space, we are going to play this clip real quick.
Bam!
Damn, somebody got knocked out. So, if those who missed it, I will rewind it. Pay attention, middle of the screen. Boom! I mean, this guy here holding a Trump picture. Boom! Gets knocked for it. God bless you, sir, with the white shirt. Kicking, stomping, punching. That's what you get, boy. And as I call that, Trump it up, bitches.
You know, notice the condition of the black man, who is a Trump supporter, by the way, getting arrested. Look at that guy's condition. He's in some good shape.
He's in very good shape. Last time. Boom! And that's that. That is that.
Also notice how he complied with the arrest. He knew it was coming. He knew it was going to happen. He didn't fight the authority. He just socked that motherfucker and said, okay, hands behind my back.
I fucking love it. I love it. So when you came in earlier into my chat, we could barely hear you. But we saw a bunch of ruckus and craziness, and let us know. You tell us what's up.
Well, it was predominantly Mexicans. Lots of Mexican national flags being flown.
Really?
Yeah.
Mexican flags.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, we are in Arizona. Lots of chanting. I haven't gotten my video together. I have all the clips uploaded.
You did take video? Oh, cool.
I did, and I just need to clip them all together and make one big video, and I will be doing that soon. So keep your eyes open for that, folks. But just going through the door, just to get in there, was anti-Trump chant the whole way. Lot of just pure ignorance. I mean, When I actually, we're live, Jim, FYI. Oh yeah, he's smoking tobacco.
We've been doing this since you've been milking titties, girlfriend. You're okay.
I forgot Jim smokes tobacco through a pipe.
You're on the dragon, girl. You're good.
But when I actually dared to talk to a couple of them. I had to yell when I said, you know, democracy is mob rule, and in mob rule, the minority isn't heard. I just got a blank stare from these people, like I was speaking in Latin. Like it was, they were just bamboozled by my few words. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely pure ignorance. I think that's what we're seeing here. Pure ignorance.
Yeah.
So how long did you stay in? I mean, where did you actually go into? What was it like?
Well, what happened was I came in the nick of time. I had to sit here at the house for some serviceman who never fucking showed up. So by the time I got down there, I actually made it in time. But I had my vape with me, and they don't allow these in there. So, because literally I was being frisked by the TSA, by the way. The TSA was there. The Secret Service was there. Yeah. I got to shake Sheriff Joe Ariap. I can't even say his last name, but Sheriff Joe. Yeah, I went to go give him a high five, and he like grabbed my hand and held it for like literally like a minute. Right in front of all these fucking Mexicans that were like, dump Trump, dump Trump, dump Trump. I mean, they were just loud. It was just just put it to you this way. By the time I got into the door and was ready to be frisked by TSA, I was shaking. I didn't know I was shaking until I pulled out my phone to take video. So anyway, I wasn't allowed in with this, so I went back and I dropped it in the spot where everybody puts all their knives and everything that's forbidden, thinking I'll come back and get it, because I spent $130 on this thing. So I come back in line, I cut in front of a couple people because I was already in line, and two people in front of me, they stopped letting people in.
Interesting.
So that's when I met Joe, Sheriff Joe, and I shook his hand, and I just was in actual disgust. The hatred and the violent, like, there was no safe space at the Trump rally. I literally sat there and almost cried at one point because the thought that our country has literally come to this level of ignorance and hatred almost brought tears to my eyes. And I shook it off and, you know, just stood there and waited to not let me in, basically.
Well, wasn't there one point where they wouldn't let you in, they wouldn't let you leave?
Yeah, I basically what the deal was now, once I was in the doors, behind me are the protesters. They actually had to shut all the doors on the protesters because they were starting to get rowdy. It looked like, from what I could tell, they were starting to kind of rush the doors. So that had to be shut down. Now we have some protesters inside the doors, behind me in line. I'm, like I said, third in line, ready to go, but not going to go. And so I was right up front there, and that's how I got to meet Sheriff Joe Arpaio. How do you say it, Jim?
Arpaio.
Arpaio.
Yeah.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Yeah. That's how I got to meet him, because he came out and took a look at everybody. He's actually shorter than me, well-dressed, soft hands, and like I said, I went to give him a high five, and he grabbed my hand and shook it like that, like literally with my pinky up, for like a minute. He held my hand for like a minute, and then he went away, and they were taking photos and Secret Service and all that jazz, and so I was just right there, man. I think I was probably 1 out of 4 Trump supporters in that whole room, besides the police. So it was police, Secret Service, protesters, me, and I don't even know if anybody in there were Trump supporters. I think I might have been the only Trump supporter left at that point.
Damn.
So I was like up against the wall more or less. That's where my line was. It just happened to be against the wall. And that's when I called you guys off air and let you guys see where I was and what was happening.
And where did you say it was at? What type of place was it?
The Tucson Convention Center.
Tucson Convention Center. What are you thinking about?
So the arena, like.
Yeah.
Well, it's indoor. All I know, I didn't get to see much because I came in one door, and then I got shuffled through some doors that went directly outdoor again. So I didn't see much of the center. I showed them my.
I mean, it's
Well,
just.
that's cool that you got to see the sheriff, though.
Yeah, it was cool actually.
What's up, Brother Sparks? Good to see you out there. Good night. Thank you, everybody.
Well, I mean, she got a bonus out of it. I mean, she's like waiting to ask. She's trying to leave the house because the service guy's supposed to come, and then she busted ass down there, and it's like late by 3 fucking people. That's like son of a bitch. And then now she got to see the sheriff, so they got a high five out of it. So yeah,
do a quick
help that out.
real-
Melt the adventure. More satisfying.
I'll do a quick
But the
shout
emotion
out.
involved in all these fucking people and all the bullshit, and we got to direct all this emotion at the right targets. So.
Did you see it before, Jimmy? When these protesters shut down the streets, a 3-lane highway, they shut the streets down. Now, why the fuck? Now, wait a minute. Why the fuck?
Truck came out there.
Well, yeah. Why the fuck do you need to shut the fucking streets down because you hate one motherfucking person? Because you hate Trump? Why? Why?
There are 3 routes to the Phoenix rally today, and they apparently had blocked the 3 routes off that were going to the rally in Phoenix today. And no, only 3 motherfuckers got arrested and several cars towed. But how did only 3 motherfuckers get arrested?
That's just sad. That's
Owners to the vehicles that were blocking the road.
You're taking your kid to the hospital. You're taking
and the
your
police
kid to
all
the
of a sudden.
emergency room, and your streets are shut down because they hate Trump. You're going to shut the highway down. I got to take my kid to the hospital, but I can't go because you want to shut down the street because you hate Trump.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Where do you take protests? Yeah.
I mean, you don't take it on the highway, Jimmy. You just don't.
Well, I don't know. People are so fucking frustrated. We talked about this shit for the last 3 years in here about what do we fucking do, and it's just directing the protest at the right target is my concern,
No,
at the right place. Hold on, J-Walk said something to me before.
I was just curious as to whether or not they towed the vehicles that were blocking the streets. I have no doubt that they could have got those vehicles out of there quickly.
Yeah, and a lot faster. Thank you. And they did, J-Wop, but guess what? It took them a long fucking time. It took them a long time, and it's not fair to waste these people's time on the highway that they're going to work, wherever it is they're going.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
It was like a 2 or 3 hour delay, and like literally for 2 or 3 hours you couldn't have got that shit under control. This is this is interstate travel, for crying out loud.
Real quick, thank you again, everybody. And thank you, everyone, again. Go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead. I'll do a shout out after you're done, Jimmy.
Well, yeah, this is an interesting argument of First Amendment. I mean, we've been talking about protesting and trying to fucking do something for the last 3 years in the Dragon here, and it's like I don't really know what a satisfactory protest is, but it's hopefully it's got to aim it at the right fucking target. If they block the highway because they're protesting corporate government and the feds and all that kind of shit, that'd be a different story, wouldn't it?
No.
Tyranny.
No, it wouldn't be, because you're restricting people's right to travel freely, and that is a right.
As people reach a level of frustration that they, I don't know what else you do,
Well, don't do it on the fucking highway. Don't do it on the fucking highway. Let's say you were driving your fucking grandson to the hospital, and you got to fucking.
Well, yeah.
And you got to stop. You got to stop, Jimmy, because these protesters hate Trump, and they're going to shut down the highway. You know what the fuck I do? I start running motherfuckers over. That's what I start doing. I start moving.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Just plow your way through there. They have to cut the highway off at the right time. The fucking Humvees or whatever come through there. Just
shit, I be goddamn. I took too many fucking hits of acid to be fucking around with that dumb shit. Anyway, shout out to Wing and Tracy. What's going on? Space Buns in the house. PG Parsons Gorilla. Jay Watts in the house. JJ Boone. Blues Bureau. Holla, holla, holla. Sparks. My brother Love. Good to see you. Brett Paris. Linda Smith. Shout outs to the Dragon, of course. The whole crew. Tactical Tone should be in here. Motherfucking Tommy Boy 9 blowing it up. Blowing it up, baby. It's going to be a good night. Mindy Patriot Angel, I sent you an invite as well and a link. I will try it again. And if anybody wants the link, just put it in the external. I should be, my eyes is going to be on the external, I promise. And Mario, what do you think? Did you catch any of this crazy shit with my boy?
Well, I was just gonna say that there's definitely on Craigslist. I tried to look for the link, but I couldn't find it. But there's definitely like they're paying them $17 an hour to go over there and protest, and you got a bunch of college kids, you got a bunch of whatever, $17 an hour, $17 an hour, you do that for a week, 2 weeks, you get your paycheck, and then you go back to school. Like, isn't it like spring break or some shit that's going on right now? So you got a bunch of people be like, hey man, instead of going to freaking Panama City to go freaking booze it up, they're like, oh, let's go freaking make some money at a Trump rally. Like, wouldn't you like go and protest fucking Hillary? Hillary is a fucking scumbag. So wouldn't you like protest Hillary? It's a Democratic Party. The Democratic Party wants people to go over there because, dude, they're afraid of Trump, and the reason why they're afraid of Trump is because he doesn't take no donor money. He pretty much tells the media to go screw, and even the Republican Party doesn't like that shit. And I don't know, man. That's what gravitates me more towards Trump. And to be honest with you, let them protest. The more they protest, the more support Trump will get.
Hold on, Wood. The link is coming.
I agree with Mario.
Say in the morning.
The more people protest, the more it's going to draw people to them.
Yeah, because dude, they're saying that we're
people are going to start rooting for him.
Fucking racist. I support Trump, and I'm not a racist, motherfucker.
That's right.
They calling us racist. I'm like, wait a minute. I like black people. I like Spaniards. I like freaking Mexicans. I like Chinese. I like anybody that likes freedom. They cool in my book.
And follows the Constitution and upholds the Constitution. That's what I want. I want a president that's gonna fucking carry the Constitution like we fucking carry it, and we uphold it, and it fucking means everything to us. But these other fucks don't give a fuck. They don't care.
Dude, I immigrated.
They don't care about the fucking Constitution. They don't give a fuck.
It's because they hate. Dude, they're the racists. They hate white people. They hate the fact that the white people have the money. The white people have, the will to go and work and do do their thing. And dude, they don't. Dude, the gravy train is gonna end, and anybody that has been dependent on the gravy train, they're the ones that are gonna suffer because.
Well, yeah. Mario, I think what you're referring to, if I could interrupt, and I'm sorry if I'm being rude, but the thing is the government essentially is paying these people off with shiny things and trinkets, also known as benefits or food stamps. They're buying them off.
Yeah. Sure as hell are.
Yeah, and if Trump is voted in there somehow, if he doesn't get
there, like I said last,
there's a bulletproof vest. El Guapo or El Chapo, wherever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, Chapo.
Has $100 million bounty on Trump. I was reading an article and they were talking about how like Trump doesn't button up his jacket. You know, you look at all the other politicians; they have their jacket all buttoned up and everything like that. Well, Trump doesn't have his jacket buttoned up, and the reason why he doesn't have his jacket buttoned up is because he has a bulletproof vest underneath his shirt. Wow. And it's because they want to fucking they're gonna kill him, man.
Of course, that's what they want to do because they're afraid. Because the establishment fears him and they don't want him there.
Dude, imagine if the drug cartel, the Mexican drug cartel, imagine if Trump builds a wall. Do you think the drug cartel is gonna be happy with a wall blocking their drugs from coming from Mexico to the fucking United States? Dude, that's cutting into their profits. So of course dude, they got $100 million bounty on his head. I could go kill Trump right now and collect $100 million. You might go to jail, but at least your family would be straight.
Yeah, it says history repeat itself. I don't know. I hope not. But 1968, I think it was the night of the California Republican or Democratic primary, and you know who got knocked off? Bobby Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing was, I think it was it in Ohio or Chicago, wherever the fuck it was, where the dude tried to jump the fence, and Trump, like they threw something at Trump, and Trump kind of turned around, and like he bucked up, man. He bucked up. He's like, "Come on, you want to go? Let's go right now." And fucking Trump bucked up to him, man. He fucking stood up to him. Stood up to the pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And then the Secret Service came in and tried to, like, hold him down. Dude, they're fucking putting death threats on his family right now. Like, his daughter, like, I don't know how many daughters he's had, Ivanka, whatever the fuck her name is. They're putting death threats on his family.
Why don't they put the death threats on the people that are holding us in slavery?
They're cowards, Jimmy. They're cowards, brother.
Let's get the boat rowing in the right direction, yeah.
It's fucking cowards. They don't fucking want him there. They don't fucking want him. They want the fucking bitch. Everybody knows who the establishment fucking wants, okay? What's up, Brother Wood?
What's up?
Fucking Space went out to the rally today and saw some motherfuckers getting knocked out.
Yeah, they deserve it. Yes.
Dude, in Arizona? That's like if it was one thing, it was Chicago or like...
You already saw what happened in Chicago. You already saw the fucking shit that happened. And I credit the cops for fucking locking the shit down. They did a better job than fucking Baltimore or fucking, you know, Ferguson or wherever the fuck we fucking seen. Bunch of Fruit Loops.
It's only beginning, boys. Only the beginning. As this progresses and these fucktards get more and more, you know, you got to give it to like Fox News that not Judge Jeannie, but Judge Janine or whatever her name is, and some other people. Did you see her opening statement? Holy shit!
No, I missed that.
You got to see that. And then there's
if you can.
I don't know how to do that shit.
Bro.
I'll figure it out. I'll put it on G+, but her opening statement there, and then there's another one where Megyn Kelly was interviewing Herman Cain and two of these other fucktards from the left wing, part of like Black Lives Matter and something else.
Yeah.
And the shit that was spewing out of their mouth was so fucking stupid and so wrong and just so not true that even Megyn Kelly, you could tell she was like disgusted she even had him on her show. And Herman Cain ripped him a new asshole, and it was awesome. So what I see is going to happen from this is the blatant lies and just the blatant ignorance and the lack of being civil and kind to your neighbor. The everyday people are going to start. They're going to have no choice. The scary part about this is if Trump's nominated, which he should. You got two things. If Trump gets the amounts of votes he needs and not nominated, you got a shitstorm. If Trump gets nominated, you got another shitstorm when he's running. Everywhere he goes, this is going to happen, and eventually, the good people in this country that know that are just want the truth and know when they're tired of the lies and the bullshit, they're going to be forced to take action too. So this could be the point, guys, where it's going to be like either shit or get off the pot. Either you fight right now, or you just bend over and take the socialism right in your ass. This very well could be the spark that we've been talking about for how many fucking years now.
Right.
Because look at the masses, dude. Look at the ignorant masses coming out in droves, and every time one of them gets interviewed, the shit that comes out of their mouth is just so wrong and so lied. It's just a total lie, and they're so misguided. It's like you almost just want to fucking put a knife in their brain right there, just like in Walking Dead, because it's too late for that stupid motherfucker.
Yep.
You know, if you're that fucking dumb, you're like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
That is good.
I love it.
But I mean, but guys, this is on a serious note. You know, holy shit! Look at the masses coming out.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. You're starting to see it like fucking Ohio. I still can't get over this fucking ISIS motherfucker. The kid Tommy Masamaro, whatever the fuck his name is, from Ohio, the actor, and fucking sitting there and stomping on our flag.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Our flag, and raising the fucking ISIS flag.
Yeah, again though, but did you see when he got interviewed on national television on CNN?
No, but I heard
everything that came out of his mouth was based on a lie. It was a total lie.
What did he say? I didn't see. What did he say?
He's talking the same thing that all these other stupid motherfuckers are saying.
Well,
Trump's a racist. Trump's anti-Muslim. Trump said we need to make the country white again. What? When did he say that?
The scary thing is they're getting mainstream media coverage.
Of course they are, because look at all the mainstream networks that are left wing. You're witnessing right now. Because my take on this, the everyday average person like like most of us out there, that just wanted to work, pay our little bit of taxes, have our little life, die, and then fucking go wherever it is you go after you die.
Right.
That is getting to the point now where you can't do that. You can't just sit back and watch this happen if you have an ounce of dignity in you, because it's just so wrong.
Right.
So what does this mean? What does it mean what does this mean when it goes first? You're seeing, we've been sitting back for so long silent that these left-wing fucking idiots have been getting their way. And see, what's funny about the left wing, they're real good at writing laws, but they're horrible about abiding by them. That's the thing about the left wing. That's why you're seeing them shutting down roads. That's why you see them having unsanctioned rallies and shit like that where they're blocking up. That's why they're cutting off free speech. When left wing doesn't get their way, they don't give a fuck about the law. At least conservatives try and be law-abiding. Left wing, no. Left wing's all about controlling people and writing law on top of law to the point where the people who are, enforcing the law basically have carte blanche to do whatever in the fuck they want, because eventually you're breaking a law doing something you don't even know you're breaking the law. I mean, it's spooky. It's going to get to a point. It's not yet though. But Joel's asking me what should we do? I'm just telling you right now, guys. We know what to do. We've been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
And you're seeing even mainstream media talking about the fucking, and they're not talking to the left wing. They're talking to the right wing, because they're both the same. They're talking to the fucking the Republican Party. They're telling them, you guys better be fucking very careful how you handle this Trump thing, because you're not going to have a fucking political revolution. You're going to have the other kind of revolution, and you don't want that. That's the second time now on mainstream media I've heard him say, you guys better be fucking careful how you handle this Trump thing, or you could have a revolution on your hands. That's the second time I've heard it, so I know it's probably been said more.
Wait, who did you hear that from, or who was that directed to? That was directed to the media?
Judge
Janine, yeah.
Her opening statement was directed to the Republican committee, the head of the RNC. Yeah. I mean, look at that fucking guy, head of the RNC, basically coming out on national television saying, your vote doesn't matter. It never has.
Nope.
I mean,
I know, dude.
That's the thing here. The left wing, which is basically the right wing too, has gotten away with so much for so long that now they don't think anybody's paying attention, so they say and do whatever the fuck they want. And now it's so painfully obvious, they can't hide it. So now as these Trump protests get longer, or get bigger and bigger and bigger, and just so wrong and so based on immoral lies, eventually you're going to see good people standing up. And that's exactly what they want. Because guess what? Here comes the martial law. Guess what? There won't be any elections. We get to keep old butthole for a while. That's exactly what they want.
Good luck enforcing martial law. They can't even enforce that.
Yeah, but they're going to try. What do you mean they can't enforce it? Look at all the fucking unconstitutional shit that they already do enforce. Look at the Hammonds. Look at the Bundys. Look at all the shit that's been going on. We've been saying, you can't do that.
They don't have the manpower is what I mean.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop them from trying.
Piecemeal. Piecemeal into the FEMA camps.
Good evening, Walnut. Welcome, brother.
How's it going?
Good. Just talking about this mess.
No, I got to touch on Wood's point. You know what? What it is that's activism, dude. Democrats, they love activism. And it's okay if it's activists against everybody else, that's okay. But when everybody else, it's above I mean, oh my God, I don't even know how to say this without being totally racist and everything else, but
spit it out, Warner. Run the dragon, baby. You know, uncut, baby.
Left-handed activists, that's okay. We're supposed to accept that because they're supposedly the minority. So it's okay because we have to listen to their train of thought. But when it comes to everybody else's train of thought or anything else, then it's not right.
It's totally biased.
It's totally biased.
Well, I was at that Trump rally today, and I literally almost, like I've mentioned before, broke down in tears at the state that our country has come to because of these Mexican protesters saying, you know, dump Trump, and just basically feeling like all they had to do was overpower via their voice, literally, to be successful. And that is what we definitely call a mob rule, also known as democracy. And when I took a moment to explain to two of them in separate occasions that mob rule means the minority isn't heard, and what happens if you're the minority, they looked at me like a fucking retard, like I spoke Latin to them.
Exactly. That's the activist mentality, and they want to be the ones that need to be heard. They are the minority that needs to be heard because they're not being heard. They're not the squeaky wheel. But in the facet, they are not making any sense.
They're fucking retarded.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's an insult to mentally retarded people. I'm sorry.
But they want to call themselves activists, just like the president that sits in the seat. He was an activist.
A community organizer.
Yeah, an activist.
Like I said, though,
that our Trump got fucking Florida. I thought that was huge. Of course, I wanted him to do Florida, get Florida and California,
but there's a lot of delegates in Florida to be had.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I was going to get lucky with California as well, but I'll take Florida.
Okay. All right. I have a question. What the hell does that mean, Space Buns?
Inside joke.
Inside joke, Water. You missed it, buddy. You should have been here before.
Son of a bitch. I always miss the good shit.
It wasn't good, trust me.
Oh, it was great.
Okay. All right.
If it would have been a little bit slower, it would have been good.
Damn it. My luck. Luck of the Irish.
That's funny. Your little tattoo is a pretty cool.
I had to put that up. It was funny.
Is that really your tattoo?
No.
Oh.
That's not a tattoo. Mine is
That's
extreme.
somebody's.
I can't show my tattoo because I would probably get arrested.
But that is somebody's tattoo.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Well, I want to stay on topic here. I don't give a fuck what we talk about. But
All I know is like what I experienced today was nothing like, because I've only gone to 2 rallies in my whole life. One was Ron Paul and the other is Trump. And
I just understand if it's a Trump rally, sweetie. If it was a Trump, and like I said, when I was having my chat and I saw that you came in, because you told me earlier that you and Keith, shout out to brother Keith as well. That's cool that you shouted out Keith too. I forgot to tell you about that. Keith's a friend of mine, and
oh, okay.
good looking out, dude, about trying to hook up with him and going to the rally, but he had some shit going on or whatever. But that was cool what you did, and I told him because he was like, "Gee, do you know Space Buns?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, that's my girl. She's good peeps." He was like, "Oh yeah, well, she asked me to hook up with her and go to the rally tonight or today, but I didn't know." He had some shit going on with his fam, but
Yeah.
But that was cool. But like I said, man, it's a rally for Trump. Again, I was trying to watch it. I had family come over, yada yada. It was a hectic day. I didn't even see if he got on or what. I mean, did he even get to go on? I mean, what?
Yeah.
He did. Okay. Did
Yeah,
you see that? Or
he
did you miss?
he spoke at Phoenix and Tucson successfully.
So you heard him.
I watched him live feeds. I watched both the live feeds because on the way home from the Tucson rally, that's all I could do. I didn't get to go in.
Oh, so you didn't get to see it live? Is what I'm asking.
No, man, I got ousted because of my vape.
What the fuck, dude?
I had to. TSA was there, strip searching
Yo,
people.
fuck TSA, dude. They can suck cock. Why the fuck were they there? TSA was there for what? What do they do?
They were airporting everybody before they went in. I'm telling you, man. I have photos. It was. I haven't uploaded my video yet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
TSA, unbelievable.
Yes. And their blue shirts.
I'll piss on fucking.
With their
shirts.
fucking,
Anyway,
with
I'm sorry.
their metal detector arches.
I'll fucking shine that up real good. I'll stick it up their fucking candy ass. I'm sorry, Rose.
Anyway, that's why I didn't get to go in because they told me I couldn't have my vape, so I turned around and stashed it somewhere, got back in line, and they stopped letting people in, 2 people in front of me when I got back in line.
Wow.
So I was in if I was willing to throw my $130 vape away. She's like, you can throw it away, that's up to you. But I wasn't willing. I'm like,
vape. Why the fuck? What was illegal about your vape, dude?
I guess it carries liquids. It's no electronic devices. You're lucky to be able to have your phone in there.
No electronic device. I'm sorry, I don't know nothing about vape, so I guess vape is considered electronic.
And it has liquids in it, and
It's
I
the
guess
battery,
it
because you charge the battery.
it could be a bomb. Fuck, I don't know. TSA is so ass up fucking backwards, dude.
Unbelievable. TSA.
Yeah. Yep. And
How many
Secret Service.
How many terrorist attacks did they catch last year?
They've stopped 0 terrorist attacks.
Oh, they stopped 0. How much money do we spend on these folks?
$800 billion a year or something like that.
There we go.
800,000. I don't remember which number, but it's 8.
Sorry, guys. Man, I had to put Lenny to bed.
All right, Mario, we'll be here, brother.
No, he's sleeping.
We're good, man. We're good.
Where the fuck you been, Mario?
Tell him, Water.
Where the fuck you been?
Dude, I've been beefcaking.
Oh fuck. Who? Beefcake and who?
Raising my kid.
Yeah.
What does beefcaking mean?
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, tell her, Mario.
Mama needs
Mario, come on.
Beefcake, baby. Beefcaking on the
Show her,
dragon.
Mario. Show her. Show her.
That's after chat. That's after chat.
Come on,
Don't put
give
him
that
on the
poor
spot.
beefcake. Come on, come on.
Brother Mario, you can do it on the after chat, dude. You can save it.
It's all
Brother.
good. It's all good. We're just giving you shit, man. We're
We
just
don't-
fucking with you.
Good to see you too, Wild Iron Horseman. Oakland Raiders do good next year. Oh, this year. They might have a chance in the division.
Fucking go Green Bay, baby.
Space, do me a favor. Can you send a link out to Gas Man? If you don't
Yep.
And who else is missing? Somebody was supposed to be here.
You guys still talking about Trump?
I sent Tony his fucking ass is procrastinating like a fucker.
Tony never showed up, but I already sent him a link.
No, he texted me. He's coming.
You tell him? Never mind.
Man, Jesus got his ass kicked.
Does Frank Mir come on yet?
I don't know
No,
who that is.
Jesus just got his ass kicked.
Can you please put it on for us when Frank Mir and Mark Hunt? I need to watch that fight, dude. Sorry. We have
Oh wait a minute, this guy ain't Jesus. All right, never mind.
to bet everybody to UFC. Fucking Frank Mir.
These guys out here in the
Mark the Head Hunter Hunt. I'm sorry if you guys don't watch UFC, but we do. And it's only going to be one fight, so it's okay. We'll still stick on topic. Don't worry.
But before you do stick on topic, I gotta say, dude, that was the funniest fucking thing that you posted earlier about the fucking cheese and the grate thing. That was funnier as shit, dude.
That was funny.
Yeah, I saw that as a meme on G+, so it's not my material.
Say it again.
Oh, something about they're going to ban the sale of the shredded cheese because they wanted to make America great again.
GRATE. I thought it was funny.
There's a lot of creative stuff that pops up on the G+, those different memes. I suppose they probably go around Facebook too.
I did see some Bernie supporters today too, man. God damn.
Feel the burn, baby. Feel the burn.
Why the fuck would you go to a fucking Trump rally if you're a goddamn Bernie supporter? I didn't go to the Bernie rally last Friday.
Why even show up? Why even go?
Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, they're parallels. Like, a lot of the stuff that Trump says and what Bernie says, like, they're very similar to, like Bernie Sanders doesn't like the feds. Bernie Sanders doesn't, he doesn't like the bankers. And, like, that's something that you can kind of gravitate to. And I don't know, maybe they're trying to like get some of.
It was like free government money when he said, "Elect me, free government money." Bernie Sanders.
Like, I don't like the banks. I think the Federal Reserve. Like, Bernie Sanders wants to abolish the Federal Reserve, which it's cool in my book.
Yeah, one thing that was kind of effective when it came to protesting the candidates was, the Iowa caucus thing. It starts off small. I mean, these people show up and the venues might have 100 people or a couple hundred people at the most. And so we had something we called the Tyranny Response Team, and a couple of presidential candidates were attacked. You show up at their rally, they're just kind of letting people in. And there's only going to be a couple hundred at the most. So you have flyers just about when all the people are flexing in and things are busy. You just flyer the shit out of it as to why this candidate would not be qualified or And what you're doing is those early arrival people, I mean, the people that first come into they're the donors or the people that are going to want to maybe, rock the county for the candidate, and they get bombarded with all this shit of how terrible this candidate is, and they withdraw their support. And like, what's that governor of Texas, Perry or whatever, he came and he flyered his rally, and you flyer the shit out of it, and by the time the campaign staff started seeing all these flyers and they try to figure out what's going on, you just leave, you don't create a fuss or anything, you just leave. Perry never came back to Scott County, Iowa after that attack.
Well, you think about it, man. A lot of these people, they don't know who the fuck they're voting for. They don't know like a lot of these old people, like everything, all the information that they know about is what they sit in front of a fucking boob tube and fucking just watch whatever the mainstream media tells them. They just regurgitate everything that they say. They don't even know how to have their own opinion on things. Like they don't know how, like they literally need to have somebody think for them. They're fucking zombies.
That's how it all works. That's how it works there. Everyone's got an assistant. Everyone's got a consultant.
They want to be hip. They want to be cool, man. Everybody wants to be cool. So to them, being cool is to vote for fucking Hillary Clinton. She's cool. Let's vote for her.
That's not cool. That is definitely not cool.
But these fucking liberals.
But the establishment, you're right. The establishment wants her there, and they don't want Trump there. They fear Trump. They fear him.
I'm like behind enemy lines, man. I live in New England. I live in Rhode Island, the most other than California. Rhode Island is like the most liberal state in the country. Even though it's a tiny little state, it's like very liberal, very fucking progressive, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And these people, man, they just don't think. They don't think normal. Like they don't. And it's kind of sad because Rhode Island has a very rich history in the American Revolution and the whole, shebang, And it's like, how can it? But you know what? Dude, Rhode Island has had democratic rule for over 30 years in this state. And they literally drove this state to fucking shit. They have fucking taxes on everything. Like, imagine.
Oh, your shit's crazy, dude. I mean, you're fucking, to own a vehicle, you pay what, like $2-3 grand per year just because you own a vehicle or something like that?
Yeah, dude. They have, just because my truck is parked in my driveway.
What's up, brother JJ?
$2,000 a year that I gotta pay on taxes. Where in New Hampshire, when you buy your truck, you pay one tax, your sales tax when you buy your truck, and that's it. But in the state of Rhode Island, not only do you pay the sales tax on it, but then you pay an excise tax on it. And then the fucked up thing is, you can have a truck that has 200,000 miles on it that ain't worth shit, but state of Rhode Island, nope, that truck is worth $8 grand. So out of that $8 grand, your truck is worth, you pay $500.
And what do they call that?
It's called an excise tax.
Excise tax?
Excise tax. It's literally a tax to have your truck in your driveway.
Wow.
What I say you put it in your kitchen.
Meanwhile, the fucking roads are full of potholes. There's fucking logs. There's logs. There's literally there's a bridge right near where I live where the cement and all the fucking shit just rotted out, and the only thing that's holding up the fucking bridge is what they did was they got a bunch of wooden blocks and Legoed it up, and that's what's supporting the fucking bridge from collapsing is a bunch of wood. That's the Democrats for you, man.
What's going on, everybody? I haven't done a shout out in a while. My bad, Brian McNown. What's going on? Happy fucking Saturday night, brother. Tommy boy, you still out there? V-More, what's going on? American Republic Army, what's going on? Brother Sparks, still out there holding it down. Let's see. You sent a link to Brother Gasman, Space. Atomic Bulls, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Brother Quasar, I sent you a link too, brother. Brother Sap, I sent you an invite as well. Joel Sweppen, fuck the government. What's up, Brother Doze? Brother Stan? Cheers, everybody. We letting loose tonight.
Dude, do you ever have a drinking word?
Smack a commie for mommy. Tell him, JJ. Barry Wood, what's going on? Tree Freeze, good evening. Or soon it's going to be a good morning. What's up, Brother Don? White Iron Horseman finally showed up. Brother Mule, what's going on, babe? I sent you on. No, brother.
Who's taking?
Nobody's taking your place, Brother Mule. Come on, man. He said TS is the man. JQ, HS, what's up, my brother? Peanut, I'm listening, bro. I sent you a link too, fucker. Fuck Trump. Hey, 6, what's going on, brother? 6 is your 6 coming. Yo, Borg. Trump it up, baby. Trump it up. I tell you, man, people are starting to listen to this guy.
Like I said before, man, the gravy train is gonna, all those corrupt ass motherfuckers. The gravy train is ending, and they don't like it. They don't like it. They like the gravy train.
There was a cartoon, or back in, I don't know when they made it, early '60s or something. They got the dog and the cat, and then the dog is always beating up the cat. You know, saying, "Oh, you didn't put gravy on my food." So then one time they tie the dog down and just put a funnel in him and just pump it full of fucking gravy. Like, this time we didn't forget the gravy, motherfucker.
JQHS says, I support Bernie due to simple logic and my own experience with Trump type of doing things. He scares me a touch. No guts, no glory, baby. No guts, no glory. Yeah, we gotta get away from the average cookie cutter, man. We gotta get away from that. The same old shit, man.
Just look at the billions of dollars that the mainstream media gets from the government. That shit's gonna end with Trump. You think Fox is gonna get that money? That billions and billions of dollars that Fox gets from propagandizing the presidency?
Absolutely, they are.
That shit's gonna end.
No, it's not. They're gonna have everything in their fucking pocketbook to fucking demonize Trump again. They're not. Look at Limbaugh, dude. Limbaugh has lived through the best of the worst, and he has lived through some of the worst bullshit that there is, and he's turned it around. It's up to the fucking editors of that production in order to actually make that live.
What else? There's something else he said.
You know, one thing about the media business, so wherever they get money flowing through their outlet is who they're gonna try to brown nose,
that's
you know.
the other thing, Jim. You're right, and it's all about advertising. Where the advertising comes from is where the money. I mean, that's where the money comes from. You know, that's where the whole.
JQ says, I just hope most Trump supporters keep their cool, which I don't think their supporters are being nasty. I think it's the protesters. I mean, obviously, JQ, much respect and love for you, brother. You know that, but I just disagree with you, man. I just don't think the supporters keep their cool. It's these protesters that are starting drama, shutting down traffic. These are the protesters, JQ, that are starting all this shit. No, I'm talking to JQHS. He says, I just hope most Trump supporters keep their cool and ask Trump to cool his verbiage a touch. Some of the Bernie supporters seem a bit volatile, like Trump.
The problem is there's a difference between supporters and activism. That's where we have a division.
Yes.
Supporters and activism. When you support somebody, you're with them. When you activate, then you are against them. So that's the thing. If this was a Hillary campaign, there probably wouldn't be hardly any activism going on at all. Because not only would the mainstream media not support any kind of media of, you know, bridge derailment or fucking, you know, brigades or derailment. It doesn't matter. I mean, traffic delusion, whatever you want to call it. If it was a Hillary fucking campaign, they would not fucking, they wouldn't be there. It wouldn't be televised.
You know, I got a take on this if you care to hear it.
Yeah, dude, of course.
So my thing, the reason I think that you're seeing the biggest, that you're seeing this activism come from the left with all these, you know, this younger crowds and shit like that is because Trump has something that they were taught is bad and is no good and you're not supposed to have it, and that is called testosterone. For the last 10, 15 years, they've been so pussified, especially men, being told testosterone's bad, competition's bad, you know, that wanting to, you know, football, be rough, and so that's bad. Everybody be like, you know, here, try on these skinny jeans, see if they fit, you know. There you go, let Big Brother take care of everything. So then you get someone like Trump up there that says, hey, you fucking Mexicans keep coming across the border, we need to build a fucking wall. You know, and he's speaking truth, and they don't know, oh, why does that guy talk like that? Oh my God, he's bad. We need to go against him. So they call him racist, and they call him this, they call him that. Sure. Because most of these little fuckers don't know what testosterone is. The only time they've ever seen it is when it's on their face. I mean, they're a bunch of feminine little fuckers. And so they don't know how to, they've been taught that, you know, testosterone's bad, and standing your ground is bad, you know, don't stand up for yourself, you know, oh, you know, and they, you know, so what, look at the talking points that they used to describe Trump. Racist, bully, you know, what, anti-whatever, Muslim, you know, all these things that you're hearing that they've been programmed to think bad, 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 when he's not any of them. He's never said the things they're saying he said. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's almost like it's literally like we're watching a bunch of fucking robots.
It's a cartoon, dude. It's a cartoon.
What bothers me is because I'm a Trump supporter, that it automatically means that I'm racist. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not racist. Because I support Trump, I'm a racist?
You're a racist motherfucker. You are, you still
That's what they say. Mario's right, though. That's what they say.
Mario, you fucker, you're a racist.
And we're poor.
I'm not a racist, man. I like black people. You know, I like Spaniards. You know, I like them all, man.
He's fucking with you, brother Mario. He's fucking with you.
No, I understand. I guess I'm just trying to drive my point. Is that like No, I'm not racist. I'm a Trump supporter, and no, I am not racist. I'm not racist against other people.
See, you're playing into the game by even having to explain yourself. Because you support Trump, of course that doesn't mean you're racist, because Trump has never said anything racist. So by even explaining it, I'm not a racist and I support Trump, you don't even have to explain that, dude. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to explain yourself to fucking nobody. Especially not over some stupid accusations that aren't even true.
That's right. It's your beliefs. That's all it is. It's your beliefs.
Yeah, I know. It's just, but I know guys like I got a little bit of a temper and stuff, and when I see the filth and these activists and the things that are coming out, did you see the little clip of the fucking? I don't even know if it was a boy or a girl that had chained itself to it. It chained itself to the car in Arizona.
What?
Exactly.
No,
exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Activists and oh my God, these activists. You can't tell. They got skinny jeans. They got fucking girl fucking belts on. All this shit. You can't tell. They got girl hairdos.
I think that was a girl, dude. I really think that was a girl, and that's the type of fucking idiots that are playing into this shit. And then you got the looks like she's Filipino or something, the Asian girl, like yelling at the cops and shit about the Jeep that tried driving through, and the cops looking at it like, you're standing in the road, bitch. You know, it's like, and she's like, it's your responsibility and blah blah. And I'm, just the activists alone, and then as they're hauling her off, everybody's like, we love you, you're doing great, you're doing great. You know, they got their anti-Trump shit, and they think that they're fighting racism. I mean, and then you look at Hillary Clinton's speeches when she was campaigning in the South. You'd have thought it was in the 1940s or 50s when she was talking.
System that we have to deal with right now. That's the problem. It's the education system. It's exactly the same as these people coming from these third world countries, and they have their beliefs and their Judaism or whatever it is. It's education, because they're educated to a certain level, and our dumbed down fucking public service of government in our public fucking education that has put them where they are, and they believe this shit. They totally.
Yeah, but do they really believe it, or are they being paid? See, it's what do you are they that fucking? Well, yeah, they are that stupid. Look at every random poll you've ever seen of these guys that are walking down the street. They are that fucking stupid.
They are that stupid. And the problem with it is our university teachers are teaching the extremes of that dilemma. You know what I mean? They're going beyond that, and they're also, if you go to a university, you have to buy this fucking teacher's books, right? So he has to put in his own emphasis of his extremes of what his beliefs are, and you have to pass that class just believing whatever it is that he teaches you through his own criteria, and it just pisses me off. These guys they're getting fucking $25-$35 a book per class.
Two things. First of all, Joel, you cannot go by Trump that you see in speeches. You have to watch his one-on-one interviews. It's a whole different guy.
Absolutely.
It's a whole different guy. He is not a good speaker. That's why he repeats himself a lot and da-da-da-da, because he's just going through the motions. You have to see him in a one-on-one interview is when you really get an idea what he stands for. And like JJ says, trace the guy back and look what he was saying a while back, and you can see where he sometimes, people want to get hung up on the verbiage, when you just got to understand what it is he's trying to say, and sometimes he screws the words up, and then they'll stick on that one verbiage that he fucked up. But you're talking about the schools. I live up here in the Northwest, and I listen to public radio all the time, or local radio, and you would not believe, it's like the colleges in Washington State are in a competition with the colleges in Oregon on which one can be the fucking stupidest. They've got a college in Washington State that's got like a list of demands from these liberal students. They're protesting the mascot because it's a Viking, saying it's racist. They want to change the spelling of the word history because it has his in it, which is more of a male base. They've got like a list of like 18 demands. So then I thought that, oh my God, that has got to be. I mean, even some liberals are going, holy shit, what kind of a monster did we create? So then you go down south to Oregon. Now you have a community college in Oregon that's putting together like a white history month, but it's not called White History Month. And what it is a month of of acknowledging reasons why you should hate yourself because you're white, and reasons why you should be ashamed that you're white and ashamed of your skin color. That's at a fucking college. That is how bad it's getting, people.
Man, we have URI, University of Rhode Island. My niece, who before she went there, she was a normal teen. You know, she liked to have barbecues. You know, she liked to eat meat and all this stuff, hamburgers, the whole nine. She went to URI her first semester. Some biology teacher, I don't know who the fuck it is, was sitting there on fucking Thanksgiving, and I'm like, Allegra, her name is Alex. I'm like, Alexandra, why aren't you eating the turkey? I turned vegan, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why the fuck did you turn vegan? My biology teacher says that there's too many cows, or what? I don't even know what the fuck. It was too many cows out there that are eating too much grass, and they're drinking too much water, and there's not enough water for us to drink, so I'm only eating vegetables. And I'm like, what the fuck bullshit is this? There's
Do you see that they're getting away? They've gotten away with it so long that now these liberals deal off of emotion, not logic. That's why it's impossible to argue with them. Because once someone's dealing off emotion, it's pointless to throw facts in their face because they're not going to acknowledge them because it doesn't make them feel all fluffy and faggoty inside. So the problem is we've been letting these fucking guys go, and I'm guilty of it too. I never thought I'd give a shit about politics ever, but they've been going and going and going for so long, and the globalists have been using these fucking idiots because they're so stupid. They tell them exactly what they want to hear to stir their emotions and get them to do what it is they want them to do, and behind their back they're taking control of everything and making money hand over fist. That's exactly what the BLM is doing. These activists think that by giving the BLM more land, they're conserving and saving more turtles and owls and fish and squirrels and whatever the fuck it is that they can come up with on false science, and and behind the scenes they're selling the resource rights.
Yeah.
But they use these activists as a front.
Yeah.
And they're so fucking stupid they don't even realize it.
And the problem, and the other problem with that is they're charging the fuck out of these students for student loans that they cannot fucking pay back.
30 grand a year to go to fucking URI, which is a fucking toilet bowl.
They are charging the fuck out of these students for education that is dumbing them down beyond means of any kind of oh my God.
Yeah, but look at what that does though. It's genius on the globalist part. It's genius on the left part because first of all, most liberals are going to go to college to get a degree in some useless fucking stupid fucking degree that they can't use to make money with anyway. Second of all, as soon as they get done with college, they're automatically already a slave to debt. They're creating more slaves for that are dependent on them for their survival.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, how come you can't discharge bankruptcy of a student loan?
Exactly.
Dude, they want student loans forgiven.
No.
And why are the student loans at a higher interest rate than what you can get a fucking house for? Why would you do that to someone who's trying to better themselves in an education to provide to society, be a better part of society? Why would you already set them up to fail? Because you want them to be a slave right out of school.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked construction my whole life. I can't tell you how many guys with college degrees work right next to me, and I've already got, back when I was younger, I had 4, 5, 6 year jump on them, and they're sitting there working alongside of me and going, Jesus Christ, did I waste those 4 or 5 years? It's I don't know, but now I don't know how it is down in Vegas. Means I'm up here in the Northwest. You want to know something fucking scary? Fucking boots on the ground. I'm telling you right now, in the skilled labor force, there's a huge age gap, and it's from 19 to 26. The motherfuckers are non-existent on the job site. They're not there. Average age group is 26, 27 to 55 and older.
Yeah, but they don't realize that they're in debt because of this bullshit, because of their dumbing down and you're only taught what you're allowed to learn. You know what I mean? It's
Most
like,
people that go to college, they just want to party, get laid, get drunk, get
well,
laid.
that's the problem. Is the party element, and that's what they're thinking that's what it's all about. They get these $30,000 loans and these grants and these scholarships. It's not about that at all.
Yeah, and they go get a fucking 4-year degree in philosophy. Congratulations. What the fuck are you going to do with that?
Exactly.
That's just something, that they shouldn't even...
They want student loans forgiven. They want to do, like here in Rhode Island, they talk about it all the time. They're like, well, we need to, the people that have the student loans that went to college, they want the government to forgive it, to just like, all right, the government pays for that shit. I'm like, wait a minute,
That's the college
money.
What? Job.
That's my taxpayer money to go pay for some dude that wanted to fucking learn how to play the guitar in college.
Basically what it is basically dumbing these fucking people down to be slaves all their lives. Entrenched in debt. That's
but they have no skills when they get out of college, so they're like sitting there going, okay, now what do I do? I'm telling you, I'm seeing it on the ground. The skilled, and here's the even scarier part. I ran a crew here. Here's a couple of points I want to make about the whole Trump deal. They want to talk about the foreign labor that are the possible illegal immigrants on the building of that Trump building in whatever city it was in. I'll tell you right now, I ran a crew of about 120 guys on the Venetian on the last 6 months of it when it was being built. I ran a crew of 120 laborers out of the laborers' hall. Okay, laborers' union. Now you're talking Democrat, right? Out of those 120 guys, there was 2 crews, a swing shift and a day shift. There was 1 white guy, there was 1 black guy, and the rest were Mexicans. And out of those Mexicans, maybe 1 in 30 spoke English. They were fresh off the fucking boat. And that was coming out of a union hall. Skilled labor. The owner doesn't have anything to fucking do with that. I'm going to say most of Trump's buildings that he builds, especially in New York City, are probably union built. Well, guess who the unions are, you stupid fucking liberals? They're Democrats.
Dude, you want to hear something fucked up? So they had a protest. The Spaniards had a protest at the state capitol, and the big thing going on right now is they want to give driver's license to illegals, to the illegal aliens here in this country, because Rhode Island is a sanctuary state, so we got a bunch of fucking Mexicans, we got a bunch of Spaniards roaming around all over the place, so they want to give them driver's licenses. So the Spaniards went to the state capitol to protest. Guess what? All right, so now this is fucked up. So if you're going to protest something, guess what language they use to protest? Spanish. The fucking signs that they had on the fucking state house was all in Spanish. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. if you're gonna protest something in the United States that predominantly speaks English, wouldn't you protest with signs in English? No, these dudes had fucking signs.
Margarita! Margarita!
And I'm like,
Hey,
damn,
you know,
motherfuckers are so. They fucking hate us so much that they don't even want to use English to
they
protest.
don't. They don't. It's not hate. Hate's not the right word. They're laughing, dude. They're laughing because they sit there and you look at they say that conservative people say that they're stealing all the they're just coming in and taking all the low-paying jobs. Bull fucking shit. Go to Arizona. Go to Arizona. Go to Nevada and go to the union hall. Go to the painters plasterers union. Go to the concrete finishers union. Go to the laborers union, and you tell me what you see. And then the more even scarier part of that is you go from there. All the men are in the laborers hall, in the union halls, and then you go to the welfare department, and there's their fucking wives.
Yes, 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 yes.
Because there's no record of them being married.
Yes, absolutely.
So they're double. So it's not that they're taking the low-paying jobs. They're not. The unions are full of them.
But
They busted.
the thing about it is it's not us letting them, it's our government letting them. If our government did not allow this to happen, this would not allow to be done. I cannot denounce those people from allowing these people from taking advantage of this fucking system.
Oh,
If
yeah.
Canada opened up its borders and said, hey, you know what? Guess what? Here we go. I'd be in the fucking front run, man. I'd be fucking straight up right in the middle of that shit.
You ain't Mexican.
I'm not. No, but I don't have to be Mexican to go to Canada to take advantage of their fucking prosperity and what they were going to allow non-illegal or illegal aliens to take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So the problem, and here's the other problem. The other major problem I have with this whole situation is that we're talking about south border. All right? Now, what about fucking Canada? How come Canada can't come across our borders like fucking as freely as the southern borders? What's up with that?
Yeah, if you got a DUI or anything, you can't even go into Canada.
Yeah, dude, Niagara Falls, man. You go I've only been to Canada once, and we went through Niagara Falls, and dude, it's fucking lockdown central over there, dude. It's like fucking search your car, fucking state what you're doing over there. This and that.
It's the same with their people. They cannot come across our borders like as freely as fucking Mexicans can. What's up with that? Why? What's up with that?
I don't know, but like these guys up in Washington, when I talk to them, there's still a lot of white guys in the workforce doing like concrete finishing, asphalt. The paving crews up here are predominantly white, which shocked me, blew me away. Because down in Vegas, paving, concrete, roofing, anything like that, it's all Mexicans. Even on a union job, it's almost all Mexicans. Like I'm talking like 96% probably Mexican. So these guys up north haven't seen shit yet. They haven't seen nothing because it's slowly just working its way up. I guarantee you Arizona's the same way. Nevada's that way. I guarantee you Arizona's that way. And it's just going to keep working its way north. Haven't seen nothing yet. And especially any towns that are claimed to be big union towns.
So are the unions providing people that know their shit? Or you got to fucking waste your time training them and pay them these high wages?
Well, it depends on what union you're talking about. But like when you get into laborers union, what happened there was once they got in a little bit, and then once the Mexicans became stewards of the union, they fucking flooded it. They They opened the doors wide open and was taking all the people they could, and then it flooded the market. Now it's mostly Mexican.
Yep, brothers.
Are the contractors getting service for the wage they're paying?
Well, you don't have a choice. The contractor has to pay it. And
Well,
what the
no,
thing,
but
see, that's the
they're-
but that's the thing about a union. I'm trying to tell you, man. In a town like Vegas on the Strip, it's almost like a monopoly. They say, oh, you have to use a union. This is a union town. So by forcing them to use the unions for the supposedly skilled labor, it forces them to use whoever the unions have in their union.
That's right.
You don't have a choice.
The thing is, they don't have to be skilled. They don't have to be skilled. They just have to pay the dues.
Right. Well, in the laborers union, you can get away with that. But when you're talking like carpenters and plumbers, pipe fitters, and shit like that, they have to be skilled. They have to. But laborers, no. You can flood the laborers. Concrete, you can flood the concrete. Yeah, the finishers union, you can flood that one too.
Teamsters the same way.
I say the contractors, they actually sign agreements with the unions to hire their people. So in the negotiations to sign the contractors got to be raising hell about the union sending unqualified people. You know.
Well, I mean, I'm telling you right now, out of 120 guys, it was like 99% Mexican, and 1 in 35 of them spoke English. I mean, a lot of them, not a lick of fucking English.
But did they perform for you as a contractor?
I don't fucking know. I had guys everywhere. I would give them I would find one that would speak English and say, okay, I guess I have to make you a foreman. I didn't even know if the guy knew what the fuck he was doing. But we were doing kind of mindless work. It was not skilled. There was nothing skilled to what we were doing. But there was a lot of us.
Your job as a manager, obviously, you want your people to accomplish the goal at a reasonable cost, and hopefully they're doing it. That's the main thing.
No, they ended up. There was $25,000 in stolen hand tools by the time the job was done.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that happens. I mean, contractors have losses.
Well, our company it was their first big job, and they stuck me on it by myself, and I was like only 22 or 23 years old, maybe not even that. I didn't even really know what I was doing, but there was no way for one guy to control all that by himself. We had no system in plan for it, no nothing. And these guys, the Mexicans knew it. So we rented all of our chipping guns and jackhammers and shit like that. And when it would come time to go to the job box, we would be down like 2 or 3 chipping guns. These guys were just fucking taking them home at night. They knew nobody was watching them. They knew I was stretched too thin.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah, unfortunately, as a business perspective, that's just a loss. Hopefully they bid that in that there's going to be a loss, but that's up to the bidding department.
That's what they all say. Their wives get mad when they're in the chats too.
Brett Preyes.
Everybody can hear you.
Hey, Brett Preyes. That shit goes for the fucking Screen Actors Guild too, dude. It's very race segregated. It's very race segregated in the Screen Actors Guild. I belong to Teamsters and the fucking Screen Actors Guild.
The what guild?
Screen Actors Guild.
What is that?
That's stunts and acting.
Motion picture.
Well, your tattoo's pretty slurred. I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Motion pictures, yes. It's Screen Actors Guild.
Oh.
Teamsters and Screen Actors Guild. I got two cards.
I had a shitty deal with that Teamster Stewart on a highway job. We were working out in Illinois. He was like keeping this notebook. Every time you see any kind of a minor violation, like a company man had a shovel in his truck. Oh, Teamster is supposed to be moving that shovel around the job. And he kept this logbook. And then when his wife came up on the roster to be hired out, he filed this grievance, and his fucking wife come out to work and fucking got paid for like 2 months' wages. Fucking bullshit.
Dude, in Rhode Island, there's over 30,000 state workers in Rhode Island. Smallest state in the union, over 30,000 state workers.
Yeah, state workers are a joke. That's always the big running joke in the construction trade, because every time you drive by them, there's fucking 3 guys watching 1 guy work.
Yep.
Huge waste of money. Because no one's holding them accountable. And the more they spend is the way they keep their budget going for the next year. There's nobody that care. Nobody cares.
That's voting. That's 30,000 votes that the Democrats have right off the bat. And that's how the Democrats have been able to keep power in this state.
That's why I went back to self-employed, because I'm done doing the political fucking bullshit. There's unions that belong in certain entities because of the monopoly of people, but I'm telling you, when it comes down to the brass tacks, the political system is not for the people. It's not for the people. Period.
In the state of Rhode Island, if you want to get elected, you got to get up in the unions, man. If you don't get into the unions, you don't even have a chance.
That's where you're going to make the money. Absolutely, that's where you're going to make the money. It's the same thing here in California. If you want to make the money, fucking, you can go and join the linemen's fucking association and all that shit, and become a lineman for PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, and you can make $65 an hour. But they are going to fucking vote for you. They are absolutely going to vote for you, no matter what. I mean, you can take an opt.
Unions ain't gonna cut their own throat. Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
Well, they've done it in certain industries where they've priced themselves. But
oh, they got contracts. They'll take that shit. Right now, there's a big thing in Providence. The unions had to take a huge pension cut, and most of the unions agreed to the pension cuts, but there's 2 unions that are saying hell no, and they're taking them to court. And the 2 unions that are taking them to court are the fire department and the police. Those are the last 2 people you want to piss off, is the fire department and the police. They're taking them to court. They're taking the city of Providence. The city of Providence is broke. They have no money. And those 2 unions are taking them to court because they want to cut their pensions. And the policeman and the fireman, no, they ain't having that shit.
Well, the unions have fucking basically corrupted themselves. They're going to corrupt themselves out of the job. They've made the cost of living. What happens is you get these unions, you get the skilled labor. They pay these guys so much that everybody has to up their prices, and then it trickles out. Next thing you know, the cost of living is to where, a guy making $20 an hour can't even live.
Yeah, $20 minimum wage.
Yeah, and $20 an hour is how much more than minimum wage? It's almost twice as much.
I can't even afford $15 an hour on my skilled labor for what I do.
Man,
it's like,
you can thank unions for that.
Yeah, if I got to pay somebody to do the job for me at $15 an hour, I mean, my contract is already set at a certain wage, at a certain skill level. So it's like, I can't afford that shit. These guys change the rules beyond me being able to, even fucking talk to my fucking contracts to be able to arbitrate. I can't arbitrate this shit.
I worked with an old man when I first got in to the labor force. I worked with an old guy. I mean, he was in his 60s, barely getting around. He had worked his ass off for like 35, 40 years in the Painters Plasterers Union and somewhere back east. And when that guy went to retire, somebody fucking ran off with the pension fund, and he had to go back to work. They just said, well, sorry. That's your fucking unions for you. Yeah, the unions are great, but imagine if it was privatized and it brought back competition instead of having like this monopoly on shit like it did in Vegas. Imagine how much the cost of living would go down because people could fucking, more companies could afford to have shit built, and you know, it would just be better for everything. Now the price of living has just been skyrocketed because these unions keep demanding more and demanding more and demanding more. And it's getting to the point now where everything's so fucking expensive that you can't. It makes it to where the unions make themselves a necessity. And then they go and they vote Democrat, and they have such a sway in the political field that they shouldn't have. You can't tell me that everybody in a union's a fucking Democrat.
What are they gonna do? Unionize fucking farm labor?
Yeah, they're definitely Democrats. Because the Democrat, like I said before, they won't cut their own throats. The Democrats promise this, promise that, and yeah, no. And then you got the old people. The old people. They're all about Social Security. You got to keep Social Security. We got to keep Social Security. So you got the old people voting for Social Security.
That's the thing, though. What's the last industry that we have? I'll tell you right now, the last industry that United States has that they haven't outsourced is fucking agriculture. And if you fucking demonize agriculture, and they already are because of the GMOs, no other country really wants the GMOs, what are they going to do? They can't fucking sell it to anybody else. They're going to throw it down our throats, and we don't want that shit. What the hell are they going to do?
No, they're already going after the farmers with that Waters of the U.S. thing. Have you guys heard about that story about that old farm? I can't remember what state it's in, but the old farmer that they had a big flood and it washed out a dike on his farm, so he rebuilt the dike, and now the EPA is wanting to fine him like $37,000 a day.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of shit. There's another alphabet agency that had, and when every time he's spent like $250,000 already. He's had professional consultants and scientists and everybody come out when the EPA was trying to hammer him, saying he was like warming the water or something. He had these specialists come out and say, what the fuck are they talking about? And they would go to the EPA, and the EPA would say, oh, well, there's something else. That, they keep fishing. It's like they're literally just going after this guy because what you're seeing is, once again, another alphabet agency that's probably full of people that have no fucking clue about anything, trying to enforce laws that they made and regulations that they made up themselves. They're just making it up as they go.
Yeah, it is. And I got to say something politically incorrect. Your statement about can't outsource fucking trucking, you're wrong. Because they already have with NAFTA. And they've already outsourced that shit for Canada. They've already outsourced that for Canada and Mexico and fuck. IFTA? There's a fucking stipulation that they can. And those guys are not fucking regulated by our own regulations here in America. So they can come through and they can go all the way from Canada all the way to Mexico and transport. So yeah, I'm sorry, but through NAFTA, they've already done that.
All right, so you guys are talking about EP. All right, so listen to this bullshit. So we get our electricity from this coal burning. It's a coal burning, whatever the fuck it is that makes our electricity. The electricity that I'm using to talk to you guys right now. So there's a river. It's in Fall River. Fall River, Massachusetts, supplies us with our electricity. So it's a coal burning power plant. So there's these fucking shell. I don't even know what the fuck it is. It's like these like crustacean, seashell, whatever the fuck they call them, whatever the fuck they call it. They built these fucking silos, like these nuclear power plant fucking silos, so that because you need the water to cool the generators, and they get the water from the river. So they built these huge ass silos to cool the water. So when the water goes back into the river, it it helps protect the seashells or whatever the fuck they are. So they spent like $1 billion to build these fucking silos to cool off the water when it returns back into the river to protect the seashells. So now they built them. So now the EPA was like, no, the water is still too hot. It's killing all these I guess they're oysters, whatever the fuck they are. They're killing the oysters. So, nope, no good. Fucking shut it, dude. They're literally shutting down the coal burning plant, electricity plant. So now our electricity is gonna spike up because the plant is getting shut down. Not only is it, and the people that live around the plant, like the mom and pop, breakfast places, the the pizza joints, whatever, they're all gonna lose business because that plant is getting shut down because they employ something like a couple of hundred people. They're getting all shut down. All the breakfast places, all the lunch places, everything is getting shut down. All to what? To protect a bunch of what? Seashell? I don't even know what the hell. I think they called it seashells. It's like some crustacean. I think it's oysters is what it boils down to. It's a bunch of oysters. Because the water temperature when it gets sent back into the river, which is kind of connected to the bay, the water is too hot and it's killing. And dude, that's fucking bullshit, man. Like, I don't give a fuck about fucking oysters. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't eat fucking oysters. I don't give a fuck about the oysters. But this and my electric bill is gonna go up because of fucking oysters. Where there's like plenty of other places where oysters can grow.
Hey.
Or whatever the fuck oysters do.
I got. Who's in charge of this fucking chat?
That's G. He's a dragon holder. He's a bartender.
G, are you
G,
there?
I want a drink. Give me that fucking drink now.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, go ahead and turn the green screen on.
Whatever, fucker.
Oh, what is this? You want to see porn?
Somebody needs to fucking shout outs. That's all there is to it. We haven't done shout outs for a while. Somebody needs to do shout outs.
G's probably watching the fight. I don't know. I don't think.
What the fuck is he doing watching the fight? This some bitch. We got 45 fucking people watching.
The inmates are running the asylum. Let's go off the wall, off the chain.
Do shout out, James.
Alrighty, here what I can read here. We got Sparks and Blue Girl and the things jumping all over hell. Mr. Tommy Boy 9, JJ McKay, politically incorrect. Stan Ulch up there in Ontario, Brett Paris, P NASCAR's, Colorado Biker Prepper, let's see, the Saint, Colorado Biker Prepper again, yeah, Stan, politically incorrect. Those are the most recent ones. Thanks everybody that's watching. I got 45, that's cool. Bring it in the dragon, yeah.
We got a good audience tonight. Thanks everyone for stopping in. Well, let's see the space ones. Yeah, it's working again.
Oh, good. You're going to do shout outs. Good.
I can hardly see that monitor over there, and that's like which everybody's name, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know. I wonder how people come up with YouTube names. There's some of them that are kind of way out there.
Did Saint
It's
do
like those. When they're, I don't know, it's a Dr. Demento or something like that. I thought there was a routine about names for rock bands, and they just had some really weird ones. Yeah. I'm QC Hemp 420. So that came from the Quad City Hemp Coalition. We used to have all these hemp festivals back in the early 90s, and so I just picked up the handle QC Hemp. So
Dude, they might be legalizing marijuana in fucking Rhode Island pretty soon. Actually,
yeah,
there's a bill going through the state house right now about legalizing recreational marijuana. I hope they vote that shit. That'd be fucking cool.
there's a couple of states up that way they're doing shit, and I'm kind of losing track of who's doing what. But it's good news that the actual legislature's doing it, and not necessarily voter initiative. You know.
I think it might make it as a referendum in November.
Yep. Either way, make it happen. It's just the voice of the people. But why does it have to take fucking 30 years for the fucking shit to happen, though?
Oh, here in Rhode Island. They're gonna tax the shit out of it. They're gonna tax it to death.
Well, that's probably that balance between what the black market's going to charge and what consumers are willing to pay at the Walgreens or whatever. You know.
I know.
They're gonna charge the same amount. So whatever the black market is, that's pretty much what it's gonna be at the recreational. Medical,
Well,
medicinal might be cheaper. It all
no,
depends on how the laws get set up.
no, medicinal. They just passed a tax on medicinal marijuana, which is kind of fucked up because, like, medicinal, like for like medication, they're gonna tax marijuana for people that like really need it. Like, it's one thing, it's recreational, whatever, it's bullshit. But for people that actually need it, they're gonna tax it heavily for like cancer patients. Are you serious, dude? You're gonna tax somebody that needs it? Like, I don't know, man. Whatever. Fucking.
That's what I'm saying. It all depends on how they structure the laws. Because I heard Washington, medicinal marijuana is about half the price as recreational. Recreational is going for about I don't know, $70, $80 a quarter.
Whew.
What are we talking about?
Damn,
A
I
quarter?
remember fucking $5 was a fucking quarter. You know, they called it a nickel bag. You know.
But you got 35 strains to choose from. Some of them hitting
How much is a
27,
quarter?
32%. It's insane.
How much is a quarter going for?
In Washington State at the recreational spots, if you just buy, you can go and just buy
Quarter ounce. How much is an ounce?
joint for $10.
No.
Or
How much is like an ounce a week?
an ounce it is cheaper. It's $3.20.
$3.20. It better be some spectacular
Well,
fucking chronic.
It
back
is.
back in the 90s, I used to pay $2.20 for an ounce, and it was dank before all this medical grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love High Times magazine. Used to have the trans high quotations where they had like the stock market of pot prices, and they sampled different parts of the country and different parts of the world, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah, but the deal is just spend
Cheers,
$150 to get your medical card.
Dude,
and then
Brown
you're only paying about half the
University.
price.
Brown University's probably got some best pot in the fucking planet. I know it. I tried it, and it's fucking spectacular. That shit wasn't even green. That shit was fucking white. Imagine smoking white weed. That shit wasn't even, like, I don't know how the fuck weed isn't green. That shit was white. Brown University knows how to grow some good weed.
What's going on? Saying thanks for coming in, bro.
Hey, always, man.
I'm making them drink and drink. And the drinking word for tonight. Will we pick a drinking word tonight, Jim?
Yeah, I've tried to bring that up, but
I got shot there.
Compassion centers. It's all about the compassion. We don't even call them weed stores. We call them compassion centers over here.
How hard is it to grow that shit? How hard is it to maintain while it's growing?
Not hard at all.
You can if you get your marijuana card, you can grow up to 8 plants.
Yeah, but what makes it a better quality? Is it what's in the soil, right? Has to be, right?
Genetics is the first part. Then the environment, of course, will be second.
Yeah. Genetics is the main part, and the soil is the secondary.
Dude, I had a painter that I knew that had a marijuana card. He grew weed for the state. That motherfucker had so much weed that he used to come into the store and give me weed. He'd just be like, "Yo, man, here you go." And I'd be like, "What? You like you want me to give you some money?" He'd be like, "Nah, man, just it's yours, man. I'm just giving it to you." I'm like, "Fuck yeah."
I was gonna tell
Free weed is the best weed.
So you gonna hook them up with some paint?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, come on. Here's a case of spray paint. You know, just...
Tommy boy said in the externals, there are any pill poppers in the chat room. Damn, Tommy boy.
Yeah, I take my daily vitamin every day.
Yeah, buddy.
I've done work in a couple of these grow houses in Washington State, and talked to some of the guys, and some of the smaller ones right now are making 85 G's a month.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at?
In Washington?
Are you close to Spokane?
No, I'm in Olympia. I'm on the other side of the mountain.
This guy had an apartment. He rented out an apartment just to grow weed.
I got a girl that's
to grow weed. He rented an apartment.
I got a girl that's doing 187 out there, close to you, a month.
Yeah, she must have a lot of plants.
That shit used to reek, man. That shit used to smell so bad.
She's doing 5,000 plants every quarter.
Wow, that's crazy. I could probably have no problem getting my license to grow and all that shit, and but I don't think I'd want to deal with it. It's got to be a fucking headache.
The thing with marijuana is it grows and it grows a lot. So you have a lot of access, and when you have a lot of, like, if you can only give so much to the state, then you got all this other pot just sitting around. Of course well, in my case, they just gave it to me.
But got some shrooms, dude. Like, we need to go out to a farm, dude. We need to go to a crop, get some shrooms.
I don't know how to spot shrooms when I see them. I know that I've seen out hunting this year. I saw so many different species of mushrooms, and I didn't know which ones are good, which ones are bad.
They're all over out here, Wood.
Shrooms?
JJ.
I bet you walked right by some when you're elk hunting. I guarantee it.
I bet. I don't know what they look like.
Wing and Tracy said, "Damn, this place always drifts back into some drug conversation." Oh well.
I think I'm getting some.
Let's all face it.
I'm getting some of your.
You'll be alright.
I might be getting some of your secondhand smoke through the computer there, G.
Oh yeah.
I say if you can't get high on it, you can't fuck it, or you can't eat it. I guess it's not important.
You know, I ain't got nothing against legalizing it and all, but it's going to be a whole new, like, if you don't live in a city where it's legal, like now it's legal here, I mean, you smell it everywhere you go. I mean, you can't even take your kids to the park without smelling it. It's just fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, shit. We went to Jamaica. It just makes me think what Wood just said. Went to Jamaica, fucking, I got my shit rolled up, ready to go for the day. Of course, I smoked when I was walking. We were at the Holiday Inn Resort. And fucking all these dudes were smoking right next to Sarah and the kids. And she was like, "Jay, these motherfuckers are smoking." I'm like, "Dude, you're in Jamaica. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? I ain't doing shit. The only thing I'm mad about is because they didn't pass that shit."
Yeah, I mean, but it's got to do something. It's going to change society once that shit gets going full blow.
Oh, it's pretty much there, dude. I mean, look at all what it cures. I mean, look at all the positives about marijuana.
Well, there's going to be definite positives, but there's going to be some negatives too.
Sure there is.
There's a lot of people that think that they can function on that shit, but they're not function. I mean, in their mind, they're like going fast as fuck, but everybody else is watching them going, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" You know.
I'm not saying it's not for everybody, because people get paranoid like a motherfucker. You know, and people shouldn't do it. People should not do it.
Cops for protest need pot bombs to just get everybody fucking stoned.
So are shrooms? Can you grow shrooms? Is that illegal to sell shrooms?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Shrooms are very illegal.
Yeah.
That's another thing. It just grows by itself out in the wild, and it's illegal for you to
possess or sell. And it's big time too. And like what a lot of people do is they'll mix it up with caramel and make caramel candies. And you're gonna get charged for the weight of the caramel as well as the shrooms. So you're looking at like 10 years.
How do you? What color is a shroom when it's in the wild?
Oh God, it's
I guess I can look it up.
With like it's white with like an amber, or maybe a little bit of purple on the bottom.
Really? And
Yeah,
don't they have to grow on shit? I thought.
No, they'll grow on like a side of a log, stuff like that. Because you know how moist it is out here, so.
Oh yeah, especially this year.
I love banana
it grows
kush.
It grows best on.
I could give you some banana kush. What you would want? Some banana kush, OG kush.
No, if I started smoking that shit, I'd be a total fucking. I wouldn't want to do nothing. It puts me right to sleep.
This ain't indica, dude. This is sativa, man. Sativa gives you energy. I don't smoke that shit that makes you fucking take naps and fucking eat like a fucking fat ass.
No, I didn't. I'm not. I'm not all into the green world. I don't know that there's ones that make you go up and ones that make you go down.
So anyway, fucking people want to get back to this presidential Trump shit.
I don't know. You got Colorado Biker is a pretty big naysayer out there about Trump, but he kind of contradicted himself quite a bit. So I don't.
Cops in Colorado have special pupil dilation tests to see if you're high and will arrest you for DUI. Huh. A pupil dilation test. Never. Yeah.
Yeah, in Washington, they'll do an on-the-spot blood test, and I think it's 5 nanograms per deciliter. If you test higher than that,
what?
Which means you can smoke. You can smoke the night before, and you won't be high, and you drive to work the next morning, and you could still technically get busted for DUI, because your blood's still gonna have enough in it.
I think here in Rhode Island, man, if they smell it, you're pretty much fucked.
Well, it's legal, so they can smell it, and it's not a problem, but they want to know if you are actually intoxicated, so they test your blood.
Well, smell it in the vehicle.
Yeah.
If they smell it in the vehicle, you're pretty much busted.
Yeah, but if it's legal, you don't have to worry about the smell. It's just whether or not you're impaired.
Well, they
Yeah,
consider
you're coming from the pot store with your legal weed, driving home to smoke it. With your concealed weapons on your side, and it's still legal.
no concealed weapons over here. That's one of the reasons why I gave up smoking pot, is because of guns. I don't need that fucking headache. All I need is fucking the policeman rolling up into my crib, finding dope and finding guns. That's like automatic, like jail.
Yeah, that's what's weird, because it's totally in the state. It's totally legal. It's like, wow, If I was anywhere else, this would be a total felony right now.
I'd rather have guns than have dope.
Yeah, they're trying to
Smoke
pinch
'em balls,
anything.
man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing against that pot world, but it is kind of annoying when like the neighbors and shit are smoking it. And it's coming in the windows, especially out here in the summertime. How nobody has AC, everybody's got to have the windows open. So if everybody's smoking up and you don't smoke up, it fills your house up. Kind of annoying.
I got rid of all my bowls. I got rid of all my bongs. I got rid of all that shit.
That's your bad. Nobody likes a quitter.
Dude, I quit it, man. I definitely quit it. Don't get me wrong, I regret it, but how many?
Take care, Wilder, and thanks for joining us, brother. Have a good night, man. Good to see you. Keep rocking it, baby. Let's keep rocking.
All right.
We still got 40 plus people watching, and we're rocking this motherfucker.
No, if you have your marijuana grow cart, you can't have firearms?
Federally, that is correct. Because when the 4473 asks you about marijuana, so if you have a medical card, I don't think that technically is considered being addicted, but you need it. So that's being fought in Oregon, and here. That's why I won't get a medical card because that's what I'm afraid of. It would affect the concealed weapons permit.
Just like if you get a DUI, just like if you get in trouble with the law, if you do anything, that fucking carry card is gone. Gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
I
first
can't
thing
fuck with that shit.
That's the first thing they're gonna do. They're gonna fucking take your card and say this motherfucker is fucking unstable and he's got a fucking drug problem. Well, you know what, motherfuckers? I fucking act better, and I'm a lot sharper when I'm fucking jabbed. I've been smoking since I was 11 years old. I'm sorry, my body's immune to it. You know? I'm a fucking asshole. Just like motherfuckers don't have coffee. There's two things in the morning time. Don't talk to me until I fucking get blunted. I fucking have my coffee, and then I can talk to you. But if I don't have my spinach and my coffee, don't even try to say good morning. My wife knows that, and my kids know it too. I'm sorry. Truck on my God damn.
Hey, can you turn your train down?
I fucking live 300 fucking yards from the fucking highway. What the fuck you want me to do, boy? Fucking go act like donuts stop the traffic. Let me
So
go stop the
technically-
traffic like Arizona did with Trump.
So yeah, technically marijuana is still a class 1 drug and it's illegal federally, and firearms licenses and when you purchase firearm 4473, that's a federal form. So federally it's illegal. I don't, but states' rights, and then you start getting to that. That's where the gray comes into the picture.
Don't need the extra heat. Don't need the extra heat.
Yeah.
Fuck the heat. That's why they got fire extinguishers.
I'm gonna call it, boys. You have a good one. Thanks for letting me vent.
Good night.
Good night, brother.
Always a pleasure, Wood. Take it easy.
Yep, see you around.
Where's Deb and Greg? You brother son.
I don't know. Taking the night off. Doing something fun. Maybe they're in another chat. Who knows?
No, I just didn't know if you heard from them today. I was saying today, did you check out the Arizona traffic? You still there, Saint?
Oh yeah. What about Arizona?
I said you check out the traffic report?
Oh no, yeah, I saw that story about people blocking the highway.
Yeah.
And another dude, there's some more punching going on inside the rally before it started. Some guy started punching and hitting the dude, and cops took him away.
I don't know how
The
stupid.
news story, I didn't read much of it, but it said he was a Trump supporter, but I don't know about that. I suppose it's possible both sides could be
Come
pulling
on,
that shit.
420. Or trying to get your ass in here, brother.
But I was listening to you guys earlier, and I think the article said it was a woman. You guys said you couldn't tell what sex the
happened?
person was. What I read, I believe they said it was a woman.
So the dude knocked out a woman?
No, the traffic thing was a woman.
Oh.
Damn.
But it was there's some it was a protester, and he had an American flag draped over his shoulders, and he had a sign, and he was yelling all kinds of stuff, and a dude just walked right up to him and knocked him right out, man.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't want to take the disrespect
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
I mean, have you ever seen a presidential rally like this before when there's fucking riots?
Well, let me
fights?
tell you.
Have you, I mean, Space. Go ahead, Space.
Yeah, no, dude, that guy that was in the rally that socked that dude out, all the abuse and the verbal bullshit that just to get to that seat that Trump supporter had to endure is fucking ridiculous. So by the time he's sitting there in his seat and this protester made his way in and was going up and down the aisles, guaranteed that guy just said fuck these people, because you don't even know the hatred and the just overpowering, overbearing vocalism of these fucking protesters was absurd. That dude just had enough, and I don't blame him, dude. I was shaking the whole time I was there.
It's amazing how unpolitically correct they get when they protest, right?
I can't wait to see that video, Space, that you put up. I can't wait to see that. I mean, she
Yeah,
said.
it's interesting that it's all that
I'm sorry.
the political agitation, back in the 60s was the same kind of thing in 68 with the riots in Chicago. And I guess, was it Mayor Daley was the mayor of Chicago, and then Abby Hoffman was involved in the protests. And then in 96, the Democrats went back to Chicago, and Mayor Daley's son was the mayor, and Abby Hoffman's son was involved in the protests. So Mayor Daley made up these T-shirts that said, my dad kicked your dad's ass in 68. Now I'm going to kick your ass in 96 or something
Dude,
like that.
they went through the same bullshit with Reagan. Like when Reagan was running for president, they went through the same bullshit.
Yeah, he got kind of ousted in '76, and Ford got in. And he came back with a vengeance in '80 and finally got elected. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Reagan fucked up with the guns, man. He fucked up with the gun law, man. He fucked up. People forget
They were all against Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the first person that I heard that kind of brought that to light was Mark Levin. He does a radio show.
He said,
Several months ago, he started pointing that out.
what's that?
How Reagan, the way the Republican Party treated Reagan, and how we were kind of seeing the same thing with Trump. He was talking about that at the end of the summer.
I mean, I hate to tell you, I hate to tell you, fellas. I hate to tell you, but like Mario was saying earlier, and we were all saying earlier, they want that man done. They want him in the papers. They want him in the obituaries. They want him out.
El Chapo does.
You know what I'm saying? They want him.
100 million. If you want $100 million, collect the bounty. Collect the bounty on the motherfucker.
And people are taking it to another level, dude. And that's
Motherfucker. Now you gotta think about.
Trump needs to listen to what's his name that told him you better get some high profile security. You need to fucking spend some money, Jack.
You think about it for a second. The drug lord in Mexico wants to kill wants Donald Trump dead. So if Donald, I don't know who said it, but Donald Trump is going to be cutting in to his profits. So if he's willing to give up $100 million, how much money do you think this guy is making?
Let's see somebody do it. I want to see. Let's see. That's all we can do, brother Mario, is sit back and see what happens. It's a lot of money, but
I'm just thinking of, what is it? Is it Robert Kennedy? Who's it? The Kennedys? Who's the guy that got assassinated? Is it Robert Kennedy? Robert Kennedy.
Yeah, his brother Robert got killed as well.
That's what I'm thinking, man. You got some fucking gangsters, you know.
Let's see him.
$100 million. That's why Donald Trump wears a bulletproof vest.
Let's see him be about it. That's right. He's a smart motherfucker, dude. What do you not to?
He wears a bulletproof vest.
They all should.
Do you think Hillary Clinton wears a bulletproof vest?
She's got a bulletproof bra on.
She needs to go to Jessup, dude. You know what Jessup is? Look up Jessup. She needs to go to Jessup. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, didn't she say that no Americans died in Libya? Did Hillary Clinton have the balls to say that? That no Americans died in Libya? Totally disregarding the 4 people that died in Libya? The 4 Americans that died in, like, didn't they make a movie about it?
Cheers, everybody.
She just admitting it. Everything's a false flag, you know.
Like, how out of touch in reality are you, where you're got the balls to say that nobody died in Libya? No Americans died in Libya, except for the 4 CIA agents. And dude, CIA, you don't want to fuck with the CIA. The CIA, you don't fuck with the CIA.
No. What? Anyone can be fucked.
Yeah, I think Kennedy was killed because, I think that he was killed because, remember, they issued the silver certificate money? So he messed with the central bankers. Kind of just like the gold, being on the gold standard. He kind of went back to that, but he did it with silver and issued silver certificates.
Yeah, they also issued the Red Seal notes, United States notes. It was basically a promise from the Treasury. Yeah.
Nah, the thing that killed Kennedy. The thing that killed Kennedy was the Bay of Pigs. The Bay of Pigs. What happened was they had a bunch of dudes that were ready to invade Cuba. But the thing is, they needed air support. They needed air support to help the CIA agents that were ready to invade Cuba. Needed air support, and I think it was Dulles or whoever the CIA chief was at that time, fucking was taking a nap and forgot to give authorization for the planes to go into Cuba to bomb Cuba, and that's why Fidel Castro was able to repel. The CIA never forgot about that, and at that time, who was in charge of the CIA was Bush. Bush was in charge of the CIA. They didn't forget about that shit, and so the CIA went in there and fucking murked that motherfucker with the help of the fucking Gambinos and the Patriarchas. The Gambinos and the Patriarchas helped them out. That's where fucking Rubio came into play, and that's why they had to fucking, do what they had to do. That was
You guys ever-
a mob hit all day. That was a mob hit 101.
Real quick.
Did you hear about
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
G.
No. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, I was just gonna bring up Bretton Woods with that. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but to try and start, you're talking about the invasion. To try and start that war with Cuba in Bretton Woods, they actually proposed to fly a remote-controlled 747 and explode it and crash it with no one on it, and blame Cuba. And Kennedy said no. He turned it down.
That was the overt mission, but the covert mission was to have a bunch of Cuban nationals, and it was a bunch of Cubans that were hired by the CIA, was to go in there and overthrow the Cuban government that was run by Fidel Castro. But the thing is, they needed air support. They needed the Air Force to go in there and bomb the shit out of them. But the thing is they forgot the fucking air support. So when the Cuban nationals went in there to overthrow Fidel Castro fucking killed them all, and it never worked out. And Bush was pissed. He was pissed because that was his mission. His mission was to handle that business, because they were fighting the Russians, and because that's where the whole Zapata oil, they fucking named the fucking oil platform after fucking Barbara Bush. I think the oil platform was named after Barbara Bush. It's all fucked up, man. And yeah, the Bushes were pissed, and because the Bushes were pissed, because there was a lot of CIA agents that their asses got handed to them, and that's why you don't fuck with the CIA. You don't fuck with the CIA.
Well, when did the Cuban Missile Crisis come up? Was that after the Bay of Pigs? Or before? I don't know.
Well, the missile. Well, because the Russians had to react, because they were like, "Oh shit, man, these fucking dudes are fucking coming after Cuba." But the whole Cuban Missile Crisis was in response to the missiles that we were setting up in fucking Eastern Germany, or where the fuck Germany, whatever the fuck. Well, they had that big ass fucking wall in Germany that split Germany in half. So they were setting up fucking nuclear weapons in Germany.
Berlin.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of world politicking going on there that Kennedy had to make a deal of some kind.
Well, ultimately, cooler health, but the only thing is, Kennedy had to die, and he died, dude. Just look at fucking Lee Harvey Oswald. Why the fuck did Lee Harvey Oswald go and chill out in fucking Russia for? Why did he fucking marry a Russian woman? Why did, like, he was a fucking double agent. He was like an ultimate double agent. He was a patsy.
Is that what they're called?
And then you got fucking Rubio. Rubio was the guy that had to go in there and fucking silence, because fucking what's his name? Lee Harvey Oswald was ready to spill the beans, and the CIA hired the fucking mafioso to fucking silence his ass. And that's where Rubio went in there and there's a whole movie on it.
Jack Rubio.
Ruby.
All right, everybody. I want you guys Saint, before we get to the after chat. It's been a fun night. We are going to go to an after chat. Brother Jimmy, start us off with some shout-outs.
Okay.
Before we go off.
Shout out everybody that came out to watch us. We still got 40 watching, so that's cool. Shout out agenda31.org. They talk about how to identify yourself and understand the concept of jurisdiction. How I'm one of the people of the Iowa Republic. I'm not a U.S. citizen, so that's check them out. Agenda 31.
Oh yeah. Brother Mario, got any shout outs before we go to the after chat?
Fuck, dude. Shout out to Bud Light. Keep it real. Keep me twisted.
I love it.
And yeah, shout out to Bud Light.
Man, there's 40 motherfuckers watching, dude. I hate to cut it when there's 40 people watching. But I know some people want to go to the after chat. Brother Saint, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to you, G. Been in a couple of chats, and you really impressed me. And you're one of the smoothest cats on the net. So I'd like to shout out our bartender, man. Make sure to tip on your way out.
Oh man, I appreciate that, my brother. Much love, much love. I just, I try to bring people together, and there's a whole bunch of people that do chats. I do my shit a little bit different than everyone else. Most people have their shit scripted, and you gotta stay on topic and yada yada yada. I try to stay on topic and try to make it, worth listening to, and try to keep it on the lines. But if you go off the rails, you go off the rails. I mean, that's just the way it is. Much love to you, brother JJ. And the reason why I love doing it is because I like to get the external. I like to listen to them. I like to learn. That's why we do daily chats every day for like 3.5 fucking years. I've been doing them. Brother Truth and I started them. Shout outs to Brother Truth, Brother JJ, Brother Tech, IHOP, 10 Round, Nug, Saints, Dr. Dave, J Watt, Tactical Tone. We just got a big crew, man. Brother JJ. We spend time, spend time with each other more than we hang out with family, dude. But people don't realize that shit, And you come out in here and you put your business out there and keep it real, tell it like it is. That's why I love the Dragon. That's why I love everybody. Shout outs to Mule and Kansas and fucking HDP and Third and Sting and the whole crew, man. We just got a good fucking crew, And you might not see them, but they're always Dragon. Always be here. I always told Mule. When he passed the torch to me, he said, G, you run your thing, baby. It's all you. Do your thing. I mean, Mule's always going to be the press. He's always going to be the boss man, but it's a good crew, so. There's a lot of crews on the internet, and people say they got the best this, the best that, and yada yada. We don't need to advertise. People know who we are. We give it to you real. Cats like HDP and Red and Sting and Mule and fucking Tony and the Wild Iron Horseman and Jimmy. Motherfuckers, they put sweat in it, man. There's news that go out. They fucking got boots on the grounds, literally. And we cover that shit. We give people the real shit, man. There's a lot of news out there, but we're just going to put our own spin and we just give it to them real. And we're fucking honest. And we tell it like it is. And that's why we do them. And that's why we all come and listen to the Dragon. The Dragon is not just me. It's not just Mule. It's all of us. And you'll see the boys again soon. Hopefully we'll have a nice little reunion chat, bring all the boys back together. Everyone's busy doing their thing. But I appreciate you guys coming on with me and fucking doing these chats, and I fucking thank the fucking external, all the fucking real motherfuckers. They know who they are. All the fucking dude. I've been coming on here 4 years, 3 years. I've been with the Dragon. Same motherfucking. You see motherfuckers go in, go out, go in. But normally, dude, you see loyal come in here and fucking hang with us and help us and share fucking knowledge with us. You know, that's why I like to do it, dude. I like to learn, man. I like to learn. And I know more shit now, and I'm on point, man, and my shit's covered. I try to keep it covered, and I try to dot my I's and cross my T's. Because of people in here, dude. Fucking make you smarter, and they fucking give you advice, and they fucking make you look at a different way, different perspective. And that's why I love doing it, man. Just for the knowledge, networking, get relationships, bring people together, and you stay real, and you keep the fake motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it, my brother. And it's always a pleasure having you in here, son. And like I said, I learned from you, man. I learned from everybody, you know. Shout outs to everybody, and shout outs to the whole Dragon and everybody who comes out and loyal and listen to us. We're gonna go to a private chat, get twisted a little bit more, joke a little bit more, smoke a little, you know, tell some stories. That's what it's all about, man. So that's what we're all about. If anybody wants a linky link, just put in the external. You know, actually, you know what? I'll fucking talk on G+. So with that, good night, everybody. Much love. See you soon. Stay great. And fucking don't forget. More importantly, to Trump it up, bitches. And that's that. Good night.